Small green day today. 4 trades, 2 break evens, 1 loser, and 1 kind of partial winner. Once again, like yesterday, I stopped out of a trade too early and missed out on profits here. So if I just stayed in this trade, I would have gone 25 points, but I stopped out at break even and then I tried to enter it later and didn't quite get to my target. That was a bearish pivot relationship today across the board. All lower relationships, CPR, CAMs, all lower. But there was a big rally up in the pre-market. So we were opening above H3 in value and range. And yeah, so because it was a bullish open, I want to see if I could long H3 and value high. But I was a little bit iffy about that long because we're opening above range. And do I really want to take it long if it comes back inside range and inside value? That was a good question. The other part was 7760. This is that big high volume node that I currently have here, and I figured that it wouldn't go back inside this volume node. It would just reject off of it, more likely to reject off of it. So I decided to see if I could short this, especially because 7760 is the level where pre-market high was. So I liked that confluence there and the supply above here. So anywhere from 58 to 65 or so I want to short. And then these were my long levels here, H3 and value area high. Yeah, the other thing I had was R1 short, but I didn't really put emphasis on that one. So market opens up and it starts coming back down into H3, where I'm looking for longs here, and then it comes into value area high. I'm pretty patient here. I didn't see anything on for longs here at 7730. So it comes into 7730. Just keeps selling off. I don't really like longs here because it is bullish, or bearish. All these buying delta, but price is going lower. So I didn't really like longs in this area yet. I also don't like the fact that it was forming a delta divergence bearish there. And I didn't really see much confirmations. It was rallying though, and I was like, maybe I should get in, but I really didn't see any confirmation, so I just let it go and said it's okay if I miss it. It's fine. I don't see any confirmations. I don't have to take the trade, right? So then I don't know, some kind of news maybe, I don't know, but then it tanks here, and then it breaks the lows into value area high now, 7726. So now it comes in. I'm still looking for longs. And then what I see here is this B shape, very nice B shape, long with a 20 range delta divergence. And that's kind of all I have. And because it formed a delta divergence bearish beforehand, I was a little bit hesitant to take a long right off the bat here. But I see that it's rallying, and I kind of maybe chased a bit. Well, the justification was that it was a continuation of the initial bounce off of value area high here at 7726. And I saw that it was negative delta here, but price is going positive. Same on the 2-minute. And also, I like the fact that in the bigger context of things, this low, the RSI was here, but we haven't broken this low, and RSI is below that. So it was a hidden divergence on RSI. So I thought it was decent context here. So based on that 2-minute delta divergence and the 20 range, I got in with 2 contracts with very tight stop loss, 2-point stop loss, to break the highs here in high of day, and then R1. Maybe that was a bit of a stretch target, but either way, it gets to 42 or so, starts pulling back, but I just can't get above the 77.39 level here, 39s and 40s. So every time it tries to go above 39s, it rejects. Tries to go above 39s, rejects. And it does this multiple times. 39 rejects again. So now it's forming a big delta divergence here. Big delta divergence here, bearish times 2. Yeah, once again, tests 39 and then rejects once again. So I put my stop at break even at this point, because one, it was above 2R in profit. It was actually 4R in profit because my stop was 2 points. And so I put my stop at break even. Now I'm seeing this 20 range delta divergence, 2-minute delta divergence, huge delta divergence, and also 1-minute delta divergence, CVD hidden divergence. I really like that. Maybe it was a bit of a rushed entry, but I liked the confirmations. I still like it. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't take it. It was a good pullback, too long, but I got instantly stopped out here. Then as soon as I get stopped out, I see another confirmation here. So a bunch of selling imbalances at the lows, PSC at the lows, delta divergence on 20 range, and also CVD hidden divergence. So I enter once more, especially when I was very hesitant, honestly, but I saw that it was retesting back inside, and then forms a delta divergence on the 2-minute and also on the 20 range. So I get in here with the stop under here, about a 6-point stop. I only enter with 1 contract here though, because this is my 3rd attempt at it, and I was just unsure of that. Honestly, should have just went in with 2 contracts, but there's that. Yeah, it gets back to 39s, 40s again, and then starts forming a huge P shape and ends up as a delta divergence bearish on 20 range and 2-minute. And I thought it was making its way back up here when it formed a bearish or bullish delta divergence here, but did not last. And then I had my stop at break even at this point and it stopped me out. I just didn't like that I was rejecting at 39s again with a P shape, giant P shape. So just decided to protect myself. It was like, I don't know, the 3rd time that it was trying to reject off of that. Every time we get there, all the sellers are there and absorbing. So decided to just protect myself instead of take that 6-point loss. But if I just left it at my OG stop loss, I would have profited nicely here. Yeah, maybe I just didn't accept my loss because it didn't hit 2R either. So maybe because my stop was big, I don't know. Because I'm in a losing streak, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I had valid reasons, but I don't know, I should still follow my rules, right? So if I just kept it, it would have went up, but of course the ones I don't keep run, and the ones I do keep don't run, right? So then it comes into 39 again, the 40s, and then breaks the highs here. It finally breaks above that, and then comes back in to retest this little B shape here, right at that high volume no ledge here. So I see that is supporting at the B shape again and forming a delta divergence, bullish on the 2-minute. So I decide to go for it with one contract. I was honestly worried that I might be chasing it, but I don't know. It could have ended even worse, but luckily it just kept rallying up. And my target was at pre-market high, and well, this target was at pre-market high. It would have been a very nice 25-point winner, but that didn't happen because I stopped out at break even here. And then I entered here. And then I wanted to get a little bit more, so I have my target supply here at 66, but didn't quite get there to 66. Forms a 5-minute high volume basing, 3-minute high volume shooting star. So I don't like that at all. 1-minute high volume shooting star. Also on the tape here, it gets to almost 66, but not really. And then forms a very nice 20 range delta divergence here. And also on the 2-minute delta divergence. So I decided to just get out here. Because that was also my short scenario, which would have worked out if I waited for that. It was a nice RSI normal divergence, a nice high volume shooting star on 3-minute, 1-minute, and 5-minute, and a nice delta divergence here and on the 20 range. So it would have been a nice short here too. So plan worked out, long and short. Just that I didn't hold this, and I could have had $120, 120 winner, but instead I only got a $70 winner. So yeah, not great. Not trading well, honestly.